I had to take down the video and throw this part in. Like always, Mike Adams hit on some critical points today. It just doesn't feel right not to include this added clip about your potential and power to heal. Never trust a man who smiles all the time. Why is he smiling in your face like that? Man, you gotta be careful with coffee over time. It can stain teeth. I have had it happen, but I'm getting it taken care of. I'm doing it myself. I'm using this tool I have and I'm scraping, being careful. I got really strong, nice teeth and I gotta keep them that way. Can't let it get away from me. I brush them every day, but coffee's a different thing. When you drink a lot of coffee, it can have this effect over time, especially along the front, some of those front teeth. And man, is it really working to scrape them and clean them up nice. It's important. Gotta have them shiny. Don't fake smile, you know. You gotta smile genuinely when you laugh about something. I can't stand fake smiles like The Rock, you know, like that guy smiling in your face. What are you smiling about in my face for like that? You up to something, you know? Like, so, can't be looking like Johnny Depp over here. See that guy lately? He's a pirate, though. It's acceptable for that guy. A little more work to do, just a little bit more. A little more. Good thoughts I have about healing and it's just staying healthy. I haven't left this property in months. I haven't been to a grocery store probably almost a year again since I came off of that other property that I was at. I order things in. I don't go anywhere because I'm so busy 24/7. I get about a half hour at night before I go to bed to watch like a quarter of a movie and to relax for a minute. Other than that, it's 24/7 chores. I don't want to leave the animals for even a minute. I want all eyes, all hands on deck. It's just my hands and my eyes managing everything. Health overall is about not poisoning yourself. And that means having 100% conviction to eating clean and having a clean environment, clean of and from toxicity in your food, in your water, and in your environment. In the air that you breathe, well, it's hard to affect the air quality. But other than that, the products, the chemical products, the perfumes and all the stuff with fragrance, that kind of thing is very critical to avoid. Not have any of that in your life. You don't need any of it. You don't need any of these products that you're sold to buy over and over again as a means of just wasting your money over and over and over again. Think of all the products that you buy from a store that you continuously buy habitually, you know, month after month. You got to have them. You don't have to have them. You just need water, vinegar, alcohol. I mean, for cleaning, some hot water even. I don't even have hot water. I don't really even use vinegar or alcohol. I just water to do my laundry, water and just hang it up to dry. It's fine. I have an organic bar of soap. I'll use soap to clean. Typically it's washcloth bath, which I use my shirt. I literally soak my shirt in water a lot of times, many times a day with this heat, and I'll wash off and scrub myself down with my own shirt. As far as oral care, it's literally baking soda. So I have some organic toothpaste, certified organic toothpaste that I'll use first and to get my mouth clean with that, but then the baking soda, and then it is a coconut oil rinse, floss and coconut oil rinse. So it's typically I will floss first, flossing and then the brushing, and today really working to get the stains from the coffee. We find the harm in the processed, in the herbicide, in the pesticide, in all those ingredients you can't pronounce, in the GMOs, in the microplastics, in the PFAS, forever chemicals, the hormone disruption, the endless toxicity, which is in the food chain, which is virtually any and everything in a grocery store. If it's not a whole food, if it's not grown and still living when you harvest it, it's not really of its true essence wholesome. Sunlight, very important. And certain nutrients like vitamin C. I take a vitamin C powder. It's ascorbic acid, pharmaceutical grade. And I'll have that when I don't have access to much fruit. But the green bell peppers also have vitamin C. On the pine needles, making things like the pine needle tea. Even in the winter, those pine needles are around. In conjunction with eating clean, avoiding all of the toxins in your environment and on your food, and the fluoride in the water, and the vaccinations and the shedders, to avoid all that is very important. You're doing all those things 100%, you're really on top of your game. You're on top of your health and your nutrition. Your overall youth and resilience, longevity is top notch. And that's the key. Fertility, your hormones in balance and in check. Your context may vary, but for me, I take a few other supplements like oregano oil is a good one. Mushroom complex, which has like 8 different mushrooms, and that's in a pill. Everything is organic, certified, always organic, and everything that I can, as much of as possible, whole foods, living foods, freshly picked with the fresh enzymes, still vibrant and alive. And that transfers to you and keeps you more vibrant, more energetic, with emotions, strong feelings, and convictions. Grounding, Shinrin-yoku, where you're forest bathing and absorbing the frequencies and energies from the woods and nature. Fasting, I intermittent fast. I may do a long fast at some point, a good idea. I won't eat till in the evening when I'm done with my day, pretty much. That's most days. It's not medical advice, but avoid the doctors and don't take their prescription. Don't do drugs. Don't drink alcohol. Life is your drug. Nature and clean food is your crutch. Cardio exercise, sweating to detox, detoxifying practices of all kinds. I sweat constantly. It's summertime and I'm living outdoors. I'm constantly moving heavy things like these railroad ties and getting my crazy workouts, doing just the things around the farm. Stay super duper hydrated. For every cup of coffee I drink, I will drink 4 or 5 cups of water. I like to drink a lot of water with my coffee. If I take like a big sip of coffee, I'll take a big chug of water. The mailbox here. If you don't poison yourself with toxic food or toxic water, toxic chemicals, and weaken your immune system, you pretty much stay healthy. You stay resilient, you stay strong and vibrant. You don't really get sick. I mean, in general, okay, so yeah, there's going to be cases where you do get sick or you do get a disease or you do have a chronic illness that's, well, here's the deal. You can heal and mitigate and really overall, in general, just stay healthy. Now, this is a point that's really lost on most people that just don't understand this lifestyle of complete extreme conviction to being organic in nature. And it's hard for most everybody and anybody to even understand and grasp that type of conviction. Where for me, it's just everyday life at this point. It's been years now that I haven't touched anything that isn't organic, certified, or grown myself My water is double filtered through those dome filters first, and then filtered through a zero water filtration. So it's double filtered for everything that I drink, everything that I rinse with, and all that. I don't touch dirty anything. So it's a whole thing. And when you do it right and you do it always and you don't slip up and you don't relapse, life changes. You get more intelligent. You have better awareness, memory retention, spatial awareness, critical thinking skills, setting some long-term plans and goals for yourself, and sticking to the routine day in and day out, which is why I've been able to stay on my grind in such a major way with wanting to build and be accountable and steward these animals. So my biggest thing is finding my own sustainability for long term for my life, because right now I'm living with someone, and that to me isn't sustainable. I have to get in a position where I can have my own land, my own home at some point, where I'm not living essentially like at the camp, off grid type of style. Like, I would prefer to have a nice house to go into, but that's just not the way it is right now for me to be able to have my lifestyle and the animals like I do. I have to take one step at a time when I jumped into it in such an extreme way. And all in all, it's great. I love it, actually. My life, I'm still young. I still got my whole life ahead of me. I still plan to find a beautiful woman and have a beautiful family. And it didn't work out with the last girl I was with. That was a nightmare. It ended up being where she killed my dog, and I had to leave there. That was nuts. So, I ignored a lot of red flags that I knew about when I went there, because I had to have somewhere to go. Because where I was in that house originally, the rent got too expensive, renting a place. And I couldn't afford to stay there. I had to go. I had all the animals that I had there, and I had to have somewhere to go then. So I jumped into going to that farm there. And, well, now I'm here, and pretty good. So it's a whole new world. Working on getting the pigs done. In the next week, I want to have them up here in about a week. I got a trailer that I'm going to build on and make it into an enclosed trailer, just enough to put the pigs in one by one and get them up here. That should be fun, figuring that out. In the next few days, I'll work on getting that done. I'm gonna get the railroad ties in place, maybe make this a little bigger even. After the railroad ties are in place how I want them, to get my perimeter idea, I will probably go ahead and drive the fence posts in around it, and then slide the railroad ties out of the way a bit to put the fencing up. Move the railroad ties back into place and tie them to the fencing. There's a Muscovy duck in that little hut sitting on top of about 12 eggs, which is awesome. And those should hatch soon. A Muscovy with her babies. 9 little babies, and they're beautiful, wonderful. Look at that baby. Artie brother. Those babies, brother. Awesome, buddy. And put another bag in the ground, cover it with the buckets like this, and it's got the seeds in it, and a couple more bags of coffee. Look at this mullein. It's going to seed. I'm gonna water it. I'm gonna put some rabbit bedding down over top and then water it. Same with my aloes. And these are mulleins as well. I gotta water these. Get these in the ground somewhere. So that's cool. Read this. I'm gonna do this now. Actually, I've been neglecting it for a little bit, but they're okay. Get to that. Let me do that. pull these weedy-like thingies out of here, and then even right down here is a bunch of bedding. Some fertility and mulch layer. Get the seeds off this mullein this season. So this has got to be a second year plant. I got this plant from a friend. See, mullein is biannual in the way that it seeds, and then once it seeds, the plant is done. Plant dies, you get the seeds, start a new plant. Plant that plant like these ones, and it won't seed this year, but next year these will go to seed, and then the plant will be done. Got fly traps, more fly traps. Whole box of them. Hung a bunch up already. Full box of ammo. Look at this one. Riddled. I've got a lot of the flies out of here now, but there's still a bit of them, and I gotta just mitigate, do maintenance, and to just keep them at bay. This next box of 40 fly traps, start hanging those up. It'll really take care of the rest of them. Very annoying. Annoying when they land on me. It's just annoying for the animals, I can imagine. Aloes are a big deal. I really like it for like a lotion. I put it on my face, put it on my hands when they're dry. But really, I like it on my face. So that's nice. I'm gonna get my watering can and water these up. Mullein, I like to take a leaf and eat it. Look here, my little turkeys. These are bourbon reds. They are wonderful. There's 7 of them. Look at these fly traps. Look at this one. My God. Like this thing, I built this fly trap and put some of this fly attractant stuff and mixed it with the water. Boy, okay. You want to see? You really want to see just how bad the flies were? Look at this. Billy, are you coming over here to try me, buddy? Don't try me, buddy. Look at this. It's insane. My God. And there's all these little gnats on there too. So it's pretty much taken care of. It's just living outdoors, man. Living with the animals and all. You got to keep these flies gone. Can't be dealing with that kind of mess. See the sisters. What are you doing, sweetie? Oh. Last week, there was a raccoon. There was actually 2 that were out here at like 3 in the morning and got in here about a week and a half ago. It got in here and got one of my chickens. And then a week ago, I got one. I shot it out of the tree. When I came out at like 3 in the morning, it ran up, got up in the tree. So I shot it, killed it, died, grabbed it, took it in, harvested it, took the meat, and I ate the meat. And I put the carcass in the maggot bucket and fed some to the pigs even. Tasted a little bit like beef. A little bit fatty. Not bad, really. I think raccoons got my peacocks when I was back down at the barn, and even some ducks down there, and some little chicks down there. So raccoons are a predator, and I shot it because I don't want the predators here killing my animals. There's another raccoon. There was 2 of them one night, but I haven't seen another raccoon here in about a week now. So maybe it'll stay away. Hard to say, but if it comes around, I'm going to be taking it down. And Garnet scraped his face. I have a cage around the side that I put him in every once in a while when people come over with their dogs or we're busy doing something. I don't want him jumping on us. He's excited. He's an excited boy. Garnet. I'll show you this. His face is pretty much healed up now. Fix up that cage so that the bottom of it, see what it is he was digging through it and trying to get out, and did get out a couple times. scraped his way through the bottom of it and scraped his face up, but he's healing now. He's healing pretty good. It's all growing back a bit. It's gonna grow in back, I think, pretty good. And looking like Scarface. It didn't really bleed, but rather got like mucusy and then scabbed up. And so I am not putting him in a cage again until I get that set up differently, so that doesn't happen again. And you see down here, I put these boards over top of what is a muddy area because of the water. See, anywhere I work with water, it just gets muddy. I put this hay down to act like straw. I don't actually have any straw bales, so using one of my first cutting of hay bales. It's working really well. Walk right across these boards like this and not have to deal with mud. So I get to get out of the mud, and that's the way it's going to stay. Smell a little smoky. They said that the wildfire smoke is back. Yeah, is it? Is that what it is? What the is going on around here? Speculate for days, right?